Hello, good Thursday afternoon, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4. I'm Nick Oresko. We want to get right to a traffic alert with 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis. It looks like there is a backup on the Mass Pike in Palmer.
You know this is a significant backup because I have it written down on a piece of paper here.
Right.
Thanks to our director, Arthur Geary, for giving me this piece of scrap paper so I could take notes. Let's take a look at the traffic. There's a crash in Palmer at mile marker 64.5. So the Pike right now is closed in both directions. Notice the long backup here on both sides of Palmer, west of Palmer and east of Palmer. So Pike is closed. Pike is being detoured eastbound at exit 63, which is the Palmer exit, and being detoured westbound at exit 78, which is Sturbridge. So this is a pretty major situation right now. No word on when the highway is going to reopen, but if you're traveling on the Pike toward Boston, plan on a much slower go here as we head into the evening commute in the afternoon. Also some slowdowns here on I-91 southbound in Hatfield. And otherwise, I think we're in pretty good shape. Let's get to weather now, shall we? And you can see here, we're a little bit warmer than I expected. I'll admit that. Look at that, up to 60 right now in Greenfield, 58 in Springfield and Westfield, and mid-50s in Orange and Northampton. Still windy. We've got a wind gust of 30 miles per hour at Westfield, 26 miles per hour in Springfield. But this ended up being the brightest day of the week. We've got even warmer air on the way in here for tomorrow. We'll track it with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
One person is confirmed dead after an active shooter was reported on Florida State University's campus this afternoon. Right now, we know that one person has been killed and 6 people are in the hospital. The school has sent an alert notifying students to seek shelter. What you see on your screen now is video recorded by students on campus. The FBI is responding along with state and local law enforcement. Police have a suspect in custody. However, the suspect's name and cause of shooting remains unknown at this time. We'll have the latest information coming up tonight on 22 News. We have new details about the Hadley man arrested by the FBI last week. According to court documents, Miller's father told the FBI Miller went into the basement and began to move chemicals. After searching Miller's home, authorities found 131 chemicals, most of which were found inside a piano, including highly flammable mercury and plutonium. Investigators noticed a, quote, significant reduction in the number of containers from the initial search. The prosecution demands the evidence warrants Miller to be held, while the defense argues it is unclear whether it was Miller who removed the chemicals from his home. A Connecticut man suspected of killing his girlfriend back in 2019 took the stand in his own murder trial on Wednesday. 48-year-old Jose Morales of Ansonia testified again today in an effort to prove his innocence. Morales is facing charges in connection to the death of Christine Holloway, his girlfriend at the time, and the mother of their then 1-year-old daughter, Vanessa. Vanessa has been missing since Holloway's body was found on December 2nd, 2019. A federal judge in Vermont has denied bond for a Tufts University student who was detained by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement last month. Attorneys have asked that she be moved to Vermont from Louisiana after being taken into custody. In a ruling Wednesday, the immigration judge denied the bond and her release. According to a spokesperson for the Department of Homeland Security, investigations found the student engaged in activities in support of Hamas. The Washington Post reported Sunday there was no evidence supporting claims of anti-Semitic activities or public support of terrorist organizations. Back now with Brian Lapis. Milder today. It gets even more milder the next couple of days.
Yeah, we're talking about potential for 70s here over the weekend. In the meantime, we've got temperatures in the 50s to around 60 right now and plenty of sunshine. Clouds and radar here showing clear air everywhere in western Massachusetts and beyond, for that matter. Let's take a look into the future. So a mostly clear night tonight. In fact, the wind is going to back off here, I expect, after 8 or 9 o'clock. Just a few scattered clouds here overnight into early tomorrow morning. So Clear sky, calm wind, dry air. We should get down into the low 30s, even some upper 20s here early tomorrow morning. So a cool start. A little breeze out of the southwest tomorrow. Sunshine in the morning, clouds in the afternoon. There might even be a spot shower here late tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. High temperatures will be in the mid 60s we expect tomorrow, and a decent chance at 70s here over the weekend. We'll update on 22 News starting at 5.
Preparations are underway for the 129th Boston Marathon set to take place on Patriots Day. That's Monday, April 21st. It will also mark the 250th anniversary of Patriots Day, which honors the battles of Lexington and Concord. Crews have been working around the clock to prepare for the historic event, with over 30,000 runners from over 128 different countries and all 50 states. There are more than $1 million in prizes. The 26-mile course starts in Hopkinton, passing through Ashland, Framingham, Natick, Newton, Brookline, and ends in Boston. Some baby food sold under a Target store brand is being recalled. That recall affects Target's Good and Gather baby pea zucchini, kale, and thyme vegetable puree. It may contain elevated levels of lead. It was sold in 4-ounce tubs and has a best by date of December 7th or 9th. More information on the recall, you can visit Target's website under their product recall section. Tonight on 22 News starting at 5, the 28th Annual Women in Criminal Justice Conference was held in Springfield. Tonight we hear from local leaders on the impact it's having in the community. And the city of Springfield is cracking down on illegal dumping. We'll detail the new efforts to prevent this growing problem. Plus, the Real ID deadline is quickly approaching. Find out how you can get yours before it's too late. Brian.
Just to review, we've got a closure on the Mass Pike in the area of Palmer. You can see significant backup here. In fact, the backup is almost to Ludlow now on the Pike eastbound and stretches nearly to Sturbridge on the Pike westbound. So with that said, keep in mind that there's a crash at exit at the 64.5 mile marker near Palmer. Eastbound traffic is being detoured at exit 63, the Palmer exit. Westbound traffic is being detoured off the Pike at exit 78, the Sturbridge exit. So plan on delays if you're headed east or for that matter westbound on the Mass Pike east of the Connecticut River here. Otherwise, traffic looks fine as we get the evening commute started. We'll talk about the warming trend into the weekend on 22 News starting at 5.
And we'll have updates on those backups in Palmer on our website, wwlp.com. We'll see you tonight starting at 22 News at 5.